Alright guys, today we're going to try to get this car finished up, or not so much finished up today, but we need to get all the pieces at least coming for it. We know we need a wheel bearing on the passenger rear. Obviously got a little leakage going on the front tire. We need to get to the bottom of that situation, and we're going to have to pull codes. It has an O2 sensor. It's not reading. The heater's out in it. We need to figure out which one that is. I need to pull it off the shelf. This car, from that sunroof leaking, it is having some issues with not being able to read the ABS module. Now, the ABS module going down is not going to keep us from selling it, but sure the hell would be nice to get it fixed. So I guess we're up at this point. We don't know if it's my scanner. My scanner's been acting pretty weird. The cable's getting, I guess it got bent so many times it's getting messed up. So we might take it to Kevin's house this evening and see if his scanner will scan it. If not, we could have a fuse problem, or hopefully water didn't get in something and cause an issue with this car with ABS. Okay, so we're going to go and scan this in real quick. This is the Creator C310. Like I said, it's a good scanner, man, but the cord is getting chazzled because basically I use it every day. Most of you guys, it'd probably be a great scanner. I think they're down to $45 now. And then for $4 or $6, you get the little adapter that plugs the OBD2 port into the round service port in the front for the pre-2001 cars. This car's a 2000. So we're going to go ahead and enter this thing. We're going to hit diagnose. This is a 3 series. This is a E46. And driver, of course, does all the engine codes. Enter read codes. Then we got fuel trim. The fuel trim, those were from this guy here that actually popped out, and I pushed it back in. It's getting a little sketchy. I might just go and throw the boot on her and make sure it doesn't do that again. Lean codes usually is a fuel trim problem. And we got the oxygen sensor, heater, after cat, bank 2. So how this works is bank 1's the front 3, bank 2 is the rear 3 back here. Okay, so it's going to be the rear. You can see bank 2 sensor 1, that's pre-cat, and after cat is going to be the one down the pipe on the rear. So anyway, let's go ahead and reset this stuff. And erase. And let's go back to the other menu here. We're going to go to chassis and ABS. Enter. Read codes. Oh, it came up now. I don't know what the deal was. I'm thinking it's something with the scanner connection. Okay, so we got engine speed via CAN. I'm not sure what the hell. Engine intervention via CAN. So something was wrong with the CAN bus system. ABS pump motor fault. Well, let's just go ahead and let's just reset that and see if that stays gone. So I got this car, didn't have any problems. And then we took the seats out and the key got turned on. So it had ABS lights, or not ABS, SRS lights. So let's go ahead and look at that too. That was body, I believe. And SRS. Enter. Let's read them. And power supply, we had the battery unhooked. Side airbag front left. We did window regulator, so that's cool. Internal control unit fault. I don't like how this thing's throwing all the error codes like that. for ABS. The belt tensioners, we had all that stuff unplugged. Seatbelt buckle, occupant sensor, obviously it's going to be thrown since it got the key turned on without everything in it. Let's go ahead and erase those. Okay, let's go back inside, turn the key on, start it up, see what we got. Okay, so this is where we're at. Look at the display lights on this thing. Okay, so we'll start off left to right. We have row 2 sensor. We know that. Windshield washer tank doesn't have anything in it. We had it off redoing the engine. Headlight, that's the little corner light. I cleaned it, the socket's kind of roached, so probably just grab another one off a parts car, throw on there. That's good. Driver's door open, the trunk's open. ABS or traction control light, the brake and ABS. That's all your, actually the brake might be, yeah, the brake's a handbrake. So ABS, traction control light. I reset everything. Everything popped right back on. Pump fault. So I think we need to drive it. We need to check the fuses. Like I said, this car did not have the problem before then. A lot of times, if it was leaking down the A-pillar, which it was, I just need to pop that trim back on. Leaking down the A-pillar, it runs on all the stuff behind the glove box, which is where also the fuse box is. A lot of times it can corrode the fuse box or blow fuses, cause problems like that. This car did not do it all the time. It only did it parked at a certain angle for some reason. The drain was, you can see the sun visor still off. The drain was still on, but barely on, so I guess when you parked at an angle, it would go off. One thing I don't like, and it could be the same issue with a fuse, is the airbag, the SRS light's still on. Still throwing all the codes for all the seat stuff, the codes for all the side airbags. It's basically throwing everything, like the system's just not up. So there's a couple things we need to look at. Like I said, if we can't get the ABS working, it's not the end of the world. This is a pretty low money car. That's about $2,600 car, just because it's a manual and it has the sport seats and everything. And we'll go after that. We need to jack up the rear wheel right now. And we need to verify that nothing else is wrong, because we are ordering parts of this car today. And I want to make sure that nothing's going on with the CV shafts in the back before I order anything for it. So let's go into the car right now and look. Alright guys, so we're under the passenger side rear. This is the side with the bad wheel bearing. We just kind of want to make sure there's nothing else going on. Let's go ahead and, here's the CV shaft, the CV axle, and we're going to go ahead and wiggle it. So we're going to be looking for is play anyway, like in and out, like that's fine. Looks like I'm jacking off this freaking CV axle. We don't want to play this way. So anything, oh, well, no, it's all right. See what I'm talking about? There is play this way, and that's okay. It's hard to get a straight shot. Any kind of play in and out, or if you could twist it and it clacks, then it's bad. But it looks okay. Everything else looks good. I don't see any other terrible problems. And yeah, I would say just the wheel bearing only. So the question at this point is, they have a $14 wheel bearing and they have a $40 wheel bearing. The $14 one was just a no-name, probably China. Hard to say. I've bought in China wheel bearings before for E39 stuff and always did really well. No problems whatsoever. And they held up pretty good. So we might try the $14 one for this one. We're just going to see how it works out.